is the difference between your teacher and your mother? Do you remember what the answer was?
Yeah.
Right. What was the answer again?
The teacher isn't my parent.
The teacher is not your parent. Now, parent is an attribute. Parent is status. Status, right? An attribute. So this one is my parent, this one is my teacher. Because the teacher herself, she's got different attributes when it comes to her children. Call her mother, aren't there? If she's got children, she's also a mother. She's also a parent, isn't she? If she's got children. So the attribute that we give to somebody well depends on the relationship that we have with that person. So you will call your father the father because he's not just any man out there. He's not just any dude out there. That's why you call him your father. And then once you do that, there is a certain change in behavior that goes with it. Let's say you meet an adult citizen or an adult or old lady or something. Anybody above the age of 40 or whatever. In Africa, you will speak to them with respect. And I don't see why it shouldn't be the same over here. I don't see why. Honestly, I don't see why. Do you think that older people should be spoken with respect? Yeah. There are schools there. We go past that school. It's called there's Saint Damien. Saint Damien is over there. But there's another one here where he's not going there. Stamford, it's called something Hill is called. Oh no, come on. West Hill. Have you heard about West Hill? Right. West Hill, every adult there is referred to as sir or madam or ma'am. You understand? Failure to do so gets you into some trouble. Sir or madam. That is showing respect, being polite, being, how will I say this? Being mindful of the person's age, because that person could have been your mom and dad, and that's why the respect is there. That person has got everything for you to learn from. You can learn something from that person. In a relationship where you treat people equal, anytime when you treat people equal, it means that there's not much you can learn from them. You understand? Your friends, your mates from the school, you will play with them, you will call them whatever name, you will call them stupid, you will call them whatever you want there. Which I don't say, well, that's the way forward. No, but it's simply because you can't learn much from them. You learn very little. But from adult, you learn so much from adults. You have everything to learn from. They can teach you how to read. They can teach you how to write. They can teach you how to fish. They can teach you how to play football. They can teach you how to swim. They can teach you how to count your money, how to manage your money, how to wash the dishes, how to wash your clothes, how to brush your teeth, how to brush your hair, how to comb your hair, how to dress. You get that from adult. Your own friends, there are not many that can teach you how to tie your laces. Let's just take that one. So you call them your friends. And you have to understand what goes with attribute. You don't call your dad by hey or hello, no. Why don't you do that?
Because it's not polite.
Because it's not
Polite.
polite. By the way, read that place. Read that there. What does it say? West Hill.
School.
West Hill School. If you do well here, you go into this school. This is a very good school, and that's why you're gonna have. I'm gonna tell your mom, you've got to go to that, to Gogo's address. You have to get registered there because you need to go to West Hill. There's no good school in Manchester. Well, Central there. There's no good school there. There's school for truant there. Here you have St. Damien, you have West Hill, and what else do you have? Oh yeah, you have one in Dresden. I forgot the name again, but it's a pretty good school. It's all boys school. And then there's a girls' school in Openshaw, which is also good. But yeah, if you're gonna go to the Great Academy, blah blah blah, that's all nonsense. The Great Academy, the best school. No, you don't call it best school the best school. Give it a name. Let other people rate the school. Any goddamn school that has the greatest academy, the I don't know, there's one there, New Charters Academy, exchange names are every single year or every 2 years because they have bad rating. Bad rating. So from today, you will have learned something about attribute and how to respect those who you consider, or you could, well, one category, those that you may consider as parents, and those that are actually your parents. They both deserve respect. Leg it. Not too bad. I'll pick your 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long lesson this morning. Sometimes these children, they need to be taught how to manage some business. Oh yes, they need to be taught how to manage some business, because in this society where no values have been passed to children, whether it's in a school setting or elsewhere, or even at home, because at home they have another teacher there, and that's the television and social media. Pretty bad. And those teachers, they don't teach them any value whatsoever. So if you wonder why your children are misbehaving and don't have the correct approach, the correct respect for adults capable of being their parents or simply their parents, it's because of those two environments, the school setting and the home setting, whatever you call it, the media, the social media and television. Now the parents themselves have very little impact on them. Now think about this. Child wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock. He can barely have a 10-minute exchange with their parent. They can have 10 minutes exchange with the parent before he steps out of the door. Then he may have another 15 minutes or 20 minutes of interaction if the parents are taking them to school. Right. Then the child comes back from there, maybe around 4 o'clock, like my boy today, 4 o'clock pick up. Then I'm going to have, for about 30 minutes, he'll be watching, he will want to be watching television or something, or YouTube or on TikTok. He'll want to be doing something like that, because you might say, oh, my child doesn't watch TikTok stuff, but TikTok is in YouTube. So people take TikTok content and put it on YouTube. Simple. Content is content. So you take them swimming, you take them to do an activity, and some of you that take children to do an activity 3-4 years old, 3-4 times a week, or even 5 times a week, that exists. Now, you're still not having meaningful interaction with the kid. And the kid gets home, he's tired, he's knackered, and he's going to bed. Basically, your child is brainwashed. You are definitely just the breeder. So you breed for the system. So you breed for the system, and then the system will educate them. And the system also includes the social media. They will educate your children. Not necessarily, and most likely, not the way you want it. Not the way you want that to happen. So you have children who do not differentiate their parents, for example, to their teachers, their teachers to their friends, or even worst case scenario, their parents to their friends. They don't know. So you call Michael, yes? That's a child. I would not respond yes to my parent. I'll say yes, dad. In a school setting where there's discipline, you will say yes, sir. It's there for a reason. They do it for a reason. They do this for a reason. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I'm listening.
Tu as vu ce que j'ai écrit là-bas dans pour les poissons, là, les mackerels là.
Right?
Donc, les gens l'avaient donné un bon prix pour un palais, je ne sais pas.
Le palette là, c'est combien?
C'est ça. J'ai attendu mon café, il m'a dit, je vais t'appeler.
Ok.
Parce qu'on peut prendre ça, non? On fait un bon prix pour le week-end là. Tu vois?
Ouais.
En fait, oui, les gens vont venir acheter, donc ils vont connaître l'endroit bien même. J'ai pris aussi les tilapia pour un bon prix. On m'a donné ça à 9. Donc, les gens vont venir, on va faire le sales pour ça. Les gens vont venir avec ça là pour acheter.
Ok,
y a pas de problème.
Ok, no problem.
Ok,
bye bye.
Ah.
Right, guys, so I was saying that in the end, our children are brought up by the system in the Western world. I mean, because your main job is just there to provide food for them, is to go and work and try and build a legacy. That's all. So you breed children and you hand them over to the system unknowingly. I have to say unknowingly. So you hand your children to the system, and the system will mold them. The system will educate them. The system will make them grow into, I was going to say stupid adults. Well, into brainwashed children and silly adults that have at time very little to do with you, because you are just like a sperm donor. But here in this case, we just like we try and magnify it, so it's not a sperm donor, it's actually a breeder. The guy who just breed for the system, he just makes those kids and don't. So what animal, and there is some animal on the, whether it's in the sea or whatever, that they give birth and that's it. They don't raise any children. There are some animals like that raise any children. They just let those children fend for themselves. Goodbye. I think the snake does that. I think the snake does that. I'm not sure, but somebody will. So this system, this capitalist system, this matrix driven system is not for our goods. As the one that will damage our way of life so much that the human being from let's say 1800 are so much more different to the human being of 2020, 25, 30, and 50. We have to remain human. Human being by nature are social being. When you see what capitalism does to our social skills, our social lifestyle, it destroys them. Before, people used to have pubs and used to go there and talk and chat, and oh no, that does not exist anymore. You're gonna have to go and buy your drink, and you just drink it at home, get drunk there on your own. That's fine. You're on TikTok, you're on Facebook, you can chat, you can send a message, you can send a DM anyone you want, and that's life. Oh yeah, that's fine. So that interesting conversation I had with the child this morning, with our boy this morning, you parents should have the same interaction. You should try and have the same question, and this will help you to understand perhaps what is going on in your child's head and mold them into a loving child, a lovely child, a lovely product of yourself. So try and do this. Very important. Try and do this. I've arrived at work. And I'm doing reverse parking right now. I do it every day. There's not a single day that I don't do reverse parking. And that's how this channel was born. Guys, thank you very much for being connected with Torp TV. That's the ultimate live podcast TV by Mr. D. That is me. I shall see you in the next video. See you soon, guys. Take care.